Yo, 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 yo. What's up, everybody? Um, we going man, basically, man, I guess we're gonna get into it, man. The shots heard around the fucking world. I mean, as usual, you know, I mean, he's a very disgusting individual. So, I mean, I guess I gotta dwell with the sticky brown shit at the bottom of the barrel too. Sergio Aguilera, what's up, my dude? Salute. Chris Price, glad you caught me, brother. What's good with y'all, man? How's everybody feeling this evening? No Reaper games running a little later than usual, but it's one of those kind of weeks where you just gotta take some time to yourself and shit. Unfortunately, motherfuckers won't let me rest. Almighty fan, what's going on, man? How you feeling, bro? How's everybody? Arlet, what's up, sweetheart? How you feeling? Yeah, man. So I've been hearing everything fucking Goofy has been saying and everything, and it's just funny to me how you contribute, all of your downfalls, all of your woes, all of the bullshit that happens to you uh, to what he to the form of privilege that he likes to privy you to. I'm not one for like holding back words, so I'm sure I'm eventually slip up and say the shit because that's just what I do. Like I'm not for this whole like cancel culture shit. Like it's not really my bag. It's not my particular cup of tea, but it is what it is. Miguel Moika, salute. I guess I'll give it like another minute, see what else pop in, and then we'll start. And then everybody else who don't get here, they'll just catch it on playback. Because apparently, this whole reverse psychology shit motherfuckers is pulling is like getting job old, man. It's like getting real old. It's like, yo, does it get to a point where anybody like tired of this dude? Like, is there any amount of money yo, is it at the point to where it's like, yo, like Deontay Wilder should be literally worth pocket lint at this fucking point in his career. Like he legitimately should be worth pocket lint. And it just shows you how far we've fallen as a society where people, I mean, we have our select few that go at him, you know what I'm saying, goes directly at the jugular. We had those former believers who just follow this man blindly, you know what I mean, with no to a fault, didn't even give two shits. And even a couple of them guys is like harping on the whole LDBC Dick Gobbler Brigade and shit like that. Even they getting on him. It's just like, hey, that's real funny. That's real funny. Like this man has won it undisputed since 2014, and it was a very obtainable goal. He could have did it probably like twice already. But I mean, look, we know what he really wants. He really just trying to salvage as many paydays as he can getting out the door. I mean, let's face it, man. Dude only came in the door because of his fucking daughter. Used his dimensions to even get. It just shows you how far boxing has fallen too. Speaking on his dimensions, where you could be 6'7", have the legs of a goddamn flamingo, and you could literally just go into the Olympics and just, you know what I'm saying, blast your way, windmilling your fucking whole way into a bronze medal. That just shows you how far the skill set has fallen from American heavyweights, considering we didn't have an American heavyweight outside of this piece of shit, you know what I'm saying, to put the country on the back of, you know what I mean? It's like, yo, truthfully, I would, Miguel, like, truthfully, I would love for that to happen, y'all. Like, on my kids, I would absolutely love for it to happen. But the honest reality of it is, I truly, in the bottom of my gut, I feel like this shit is a fix. Bam Day salute. How you feeling, Pevin? I feel like it's a fix. Man, like the only privilege Fury got was the privilege of the whoop Wilder's ass. Absolutely. And he had to fight against all of the powers that be. He had to fight against the janky referees, holding him up and shit like that, docking them points during the fight, doing everything. In case that fight went 12, they could rob this man of a victory. That's why he knew off the jump the second fight was probably about as real as it get. Because right now I'm starting to think somebody doing a little bit of mama's cooking in the kitchen, and there might be a fix in the mix. Like seriously, like I can't see it any other way, y'all. And the only reason I'm saying that is we know the last outcome when the shit was really real. So it's like, how can I really think that it's gonna be anything other than that? Like right now, it's like, put in perspective what Eddie said. Y'all gave me hell for a couple months. We try to make this shit happen. You feel me? You know what I mean? I'm busting my ass over the venue, going through all of the proceedings and shit like that. Now, on the final hour with this so-called arbitration, when everything go flip mode, now all of a sudden you just like what? You saying y'all just got the fucking venue together, y'all just had the contracts, everything just ran smoothly in a span of 24 hours. Man, you know this shit goofball shit, bro. Yeah, they might as well. I'm telling you, these motherfuckers gonna be coming off the top ropes and shit like that, luchador mask on their face, all type of super goofy shit. Now, this is why I'm here, right? There's this reverse psychological, this reverse psychology that's sprinkled on the world to where it's just like now where it's like, yo, even if you are an opposing race other than black, and my problem with the shit is boxing is so racist. It's so racist, and like the undertones of it yell higher than the people that think they're whispering about the racist shit that they're doing. It's beyond. All right, here's the deal. Everything Deontay Wilder is doing, and no matter how much I preach about the LDBC, and no matter how much I try to stay on top of them about their bullshit, no matter how much other people do it, you're responsible for the actions that are of this guy right now, because I'm sure they put money in your pockets because y'all were doing enough damage to where people were listening, and y'all try to carry this torch. Now, should there be some people that have a level of whatever that race is, like they should be proud of it? Absolutely. But there's a difference between being proud and being delusional. There's a difference between being proud and being delusional, taking advantage of inferior mindsets and having these people just run behind you in droves, and you just you're sprinkling it all over a sport. Now I'm just gonna run down a list of all this SJW shit that's been going on in just sports in general, and how it has completely disconnected the fandom, the viewership away from the shit. Let's go down the list. Basketball. They did all of that little weak ass bullshit, whether it was on the back of shit that was right or whether it was on the back of the shit that was wrong. What happened? Their viewership fell because everybody thinks they Al Sharpton, everybody thinks they Jesse Jackson, Maxine Waters, and every just fucked up influence that possibly could be to sit there and make you focus on one thing, some shit that you shouldn't be focusing on. Whether it was the Grammys, anything you name, they all got it. Now, when it comes to Deontay Wilder, for him to like disappear for a whole year, because this is what they did. They disappeared for a whole year. Mr. T, salute. They disappeared for a whole year, come back, and now you talking this same old shit, but it's this old, I shall rise, let my people go, kind of wishy-washy bullshit. It's absolute bullshit, because right now we exist in a world where it is absolutely illegal to be white. It's illegal to be anything other than black. So what is this retard going to do? He's going to fall in the exact same spaces where people are starting to get hip and be like, yo, maybe the shit that I'm supporting is kind of fucked up, considering that people are sitting, they just took like $100 million fucking dollars, and these niggas is all living in $5 million houses. One bitch buys $5 million houses, et cetera, et cetera. And maybe the shit that I need to pay attention to what I'm really looking at and what's going on out here, and stop getting jaded by what the masses is talking about. And maybe I should do some reading, or maybe I should open my eyes and interpret what's going on in the world for my motherfucking self, because clearly what motherfuckers been saying ain't right. For the past year, what motherfuckers ain't been doing is right. On my mama. You can't tell me it's not, because I've heard from my own people, I hear motherfuckers go out here and say the stupidest shit day in, day out, and goddamn it, I love being black. But sometimes I'm just like, yo, I can't believe how far motherfuckers is falling with what they thinking. So you're guarding yourself behind the fact that I don't know what the fuck they doing behind the scenes that make you think that like all of this reverse racism and shit like that is going to be something to propel your ass back to stardom. No, it's going to bury you, and people are going to really see you for exactly what you are if they haven't seen it already, because I'm sick of it. I ain't come here to like really like get on some shit about, oh, Deontay Wilder a shit stain, this and that. I'm just here to talk about the facts, bro. The facts of the matter is, all this shit is doing is creating a cesspool of hate on all sides. on all sides. Because now you're going to have people powered up with batteries in their back. They're going to have to create their little clique. This side of tribalism going to have to create their little clique in boxing. And this side going to create their little clique in boxing. And all of them going to clash. And you know who's going to suffer? The fans that tune in, that listen to this one, that likes this person, that likes that person. The only person that's going to suffer is y'all. Like I'm really not trying to be in the business of talking about this goof, because I'm going to murder him. I'm literally going to murder his ass in a video in every sense of the word. And really, what does that really do? Like, yo, you can't think that like people in this world is this stupid to where they hang on. Like, yo, this motherfucker really tell everybody that they king is back to fucking the king is resurrected or some shit like that, and he's back to lead his people again. Him and Malik Scott talking on the fucking internet. You fired the only black man that you had and kept the white guy. But this is this pro-black, let's lead the people kind of mission, right? Nigga, you the Judas. You the Judas in your own camp. If there was any movement, any forward progress based off of the false shit that you believe, you will be the Judas. You will be the motherfucking the goddamn, what's the fucking movie I just fucking watched? It was about fucking that was about Hammond or whatever. Like it was about the Black Panther. Well, regardless of whatever the case may be, you would be the Black Judas. Yeah, that's what it was called. The Black Judas. That would be Deontay Wilder. Man, I should have put that shit in the title. This motherfucker is the Black Judas, man. He's the Black Judas. The whole time he's sitting there preaching all this whole pro-black shit, he running back like this, being spoon-fed, head played out like Shirley, please, flipping up his skirt like this, motherfucking Shirley, please, like, yo, don't get it fucked up and let these so-called pro-black niggas fuck y'all up out here, man, because they not who they pretend to be, yo. They not who they pretend to be. Y'all gonna let these dudes fuck y'all up and really believe in this ideology and let them preach all of this shit in the world where it's okay to be as toxic. It's we the only people that's okay to be this toxic? Fuck no, I don't want no parts of that shit, bro. And then people wonder why when I say, yeah, the LDBC might be a necessary evil in a sense, but they operate in all the wrong ways. I even feel like I should cut my tongue out for saying that, because there's some truth behind that. There's some truth behind everybody who is backing whatever race they with. Legitimately, if they doing it in a sound, non-prejudiced, harmful way, like, I don't understand it. Like, there's nothing wrong with being proud of who you are. But when you ready to lead people in hell with gasoline drawers on, yo, there's a problem with that. I have a problem with that. When I watch my own people preach out bullshit to the world and just think that niggas is supposed to follow that shit like this, like I'm gonna throw a black pick with a black power fist in the back of my head and just start moving behind that when y'all niggas won't even get off your own ass and move for your fucking selves. There's a problem with that. It's all this, man, look, all this shit is scam, bro. But the reality of it is the people aren't scams, though. We are real. We're real. So the shit that they do impact us. My biggest problem is it impacts the young minds. The people forget there's kids that's coming up in this shit, man. Kids that legitimately look up to certain motherfuckers, and there might be a certain kid that look up to this goofy motherfucker, might have all the heart, integrity, and have the ability to work. And really might have smack in his fist and think something of it. But if you going by the tutelage of what you saying by this individual, how can you move forward fruitfully, bro? Realistically, man. Like that's where I had the biggest problem with, because we only here for a certain amount of time to leave our fucking carbon dated footprint, and then, you know what I'm saying, and leave that same footprint on people's mind mentally so it resonates, and then we move on, and then the next crop is supposed to come and do it, yo. But when you look at the so-called ones that's supposed to be doing it, how the fuck can you even motherfucking go to your grave, rest peacefully knowing that this is the motherfucker that's gonna be next up? What did he do to the kids? What did that nigga do to the minds of the kids? Oh, it's okay to be mediocre, it's okay to be average, and it's okay not even to give your best, Slim. That's what boxing is telling me right now. That's what the whole Premier Boxing Champions organization tells me right now. It's okay to be mediocre. It's even less okay to have a skill set And for real, all you got to do is talk a certain way, shut the fuck up, keep your beard born. I don't give a fuck how nasty it get. Own it and smile. And I swear to God, I will cut you a check. It's fucking disgusting, yo. All my life is disgusting. D-Town Blast, salute. Proud Father, salute. Man, look, man. Like, yo, I think everybody in their homes, sound parents, good parents, dysfunctional parents, whatever. In a sense, they raise you to be proud of who you are. If they got any type of rooted backbone, they made you proud of who you are. But when you go out this motherfucker, dog, like, yo, you don't hate, like, yo, my people ain't never had me hate nobody. My best friend lived across the street from me. White mom and them brought me up, did things for me when my own mama couldn't do it. You know what I'm saying? I've never had a racist bone in my body. I could never see it like that, but I'm understanding what goes on out here. What these motherfuckers are doing, they're creating a cell that is going to fester and it's going to keep infesting, and it's going to completely just branch out, and it's going to touch other people in the most negative of ways. I'm talking the fans, because the fans is going to sit here and listen to this shit. Imagine if I'm a fan and I'm Latino and I hear the shit this goofball nigga is doing and shit like that. Like, it might not be the first 1, 2, 3, or 4. They might not say some shit. They might just brush it off like this motherfucker retarded. The next motherfucker trying to ride, though. If I'm Irish, it don't matter, Canadian, whoever, it don't matter. Anybody there's going to be one motherfucker that's going to be willing to ride, because you acting goofy. You acting goofy, and it's like, is this sports? Like, is this nigga for real? Is he for real? He gets his ass beat twice, and you blame it on privilege? Look at the fight, and you tell me what privilege is being involved in that fight. I could tell you what it is, and I could tell you what it ain't. I don't get it, yo. I don't get it. Jeff, salute. These dudes, like, yo, these niggas is a crime to humanity for real. Line all them niggas up against the firing squad and give them that work. If I could, man, I'm telling you, none of these dudes would be able to survive around me and my niggas and the way they think. And just think that shit is okay to operate, move in the public like that. If they was from where we was from, we would adjust that shit. We the adjustment bureau. We gonna take all of that shit and twist it around by force. Or my mama by force. You wouldn't be able to live like that and be around me and the people I grew up. Like, yo, you can't do shit like that, Slim. Like, for real. If anybody knows what it feel like, yo, you wouldn't be trying to put that on other people. For real, man. For real. I mean that shit too, man. Boxing God, salute. Ronald Finkley, salute. Brian Harkin, what it do, fam? Appreciate the work you've been putting in, brother. I see you out here. While they're teaching kids, and no matter what's happening, there's always an excuse available. Yo, like, you remember when we was kids, yo, and you ran track or whatever? Like, yo, it sucked to come in 5th if you came in 5th, but niggas didn't give you no ribbon if you came in 5th. What'd you get a ribbon for? It was 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. And everybody that, you know what I'm saying, that participated in field day or whatever, you might have got something, you know what I'm saying, like, you might have enjoyed at the party, got some juice in the drink. But like, yo, motherfuckers wasn't like everybody wasn't getting past the medal from 1st to 15th. They trying to make you believe that, yo, anytime that you lose, it's the other guys. I'm just gonna say the other guys, because y'all know how hard they've been tripping on me. I hate silencing my word, but you know the other guys. You know what I'm saying? Anytime they lose, it's the other guys. It's the authority figure. It's this person. It's that person. We never can identify with oneself. How hard is that? It's just like if you heard something you didn't like 10 years ago. Oh, fucking cancel it. Take their job. Yo, we really, like, boxing is going to be truly affected by all of that. It don't trickle in every part of motherfucking mainstream sports and just miss us. This is the start of it. This is the grassroots. This is the ground fruit. This is the grassroots project. And those guys are the dysfunctional fucking hand slapping on the chest, slow licking the fucking short bus windows as beneficiaries of it. It's fucking sick, bro. That's why you got to be true to yourself and character, no ethnicity and color, but the youngins eat it up. That's what I'm saying, bro. And the youngins' minds are so fragile. It's like, yo, when I look at the young cats around here, like all over the world, these motherfuckers is clicking at shit. They don't care. They raised by wolves. We dealing with a whole bunch of motherfucker that's raised by wolves right now. Ain't no parents in the household. Ain't no mother really there. So really, like, yo, I remember when I didn't have my father around. Some like Michael Jordan. I felt like Michael Jordan, Spike Lee, sometimes Emmitt Smith, fucking I felt like Tupac Shakur. I felt like that shit like raised me like to where I could like navigate in spots and not make certain mistakes. When you listen to Deontay Wilder in the world, oh my God, imagine if one of these kids make a mistake and they're using Deontay Wilder's ideology. How far are they gonna go based off of that shit? That's scary. That's scary. Boom, I just shot somebody square in the motherfucking head. They looked at me. They smiled. Because that's what it's the equivalent to. Some basic shit like you just walking up and shooting somebody in the fucking head and all they did was breathe. Because there's no accountability there. And it's going to, and it's proceeded to the point to where it's like, yo, let's go ahead and let's market this shit. Let's continue to market it. Fuck who we're affecting. Fuck the climate that we living in right now and what that type of talk is doing to everybody around you. Because I'm telling you right now, for a kid that's an 80s baby that grew up and really had to deal with racist people, family coming from certain areas of the South, having to flee that shit. My great-grandfather was born in 1905. Leave that shit. I know that shit personally. There's certain people that in certain areas in the South that still go through certain shit like that. Knowing that I come from that and growing up, not even being subjected to half of what is put on the media right now, and what people say is the so-called, this combative theory of one against another's so-called privilege right now. I've never seen racism on the scales I've seen it right now. And in my mind, it's exciting because niggas got more advantages to live any type of way that they want right now, and they don't take advantage of it. Like, yo, so listen to these dudes, listen to what they going to do to the sport, and listen to the conversations that we have in the comment section, or the people that tap in with me and shit like that. Carlos Rosado, salute. Hey, man, everybody is good, man. I cannot complain. I appreciate you always showing love, my guy. I hope your family's well, too. Like, yo, just take all of that shit. Look at all of the conversations that we having in boxing right now. Look at how nutso, like, yo, I even go nutso when I'm talking to some of these people because I'm just like, yo, who got them like this? Who made them like this? I guarantee it happened over a couple of years. Or I guarantee motherfuckers had an experience. They didn't want to put it on motherfucking the one person and say everybody like that. But then you come to boxing and you realize everybody that looked like me, 90% of them carrying it like that. And then now you got other motherfuckers that's willing to do the same, yo. I've never seen no shit like this in my life, yo. Not in boxing, bro. And then like, yo, it's like, yo, it's weird. It's weird. I ain't seen no shit like this in life, let alone boxing. Riding open the world's first all-male pregnancy clinic soon. Man, look. And he gonna have all of these beta SJW fucking weird coffee house sipper plant-based fucking swallowing niggas right up in there, spreading their ass cheeks trying to see if one come out their a-hole. Right with his bitch ass. I'm just sick. I can't come at this from the angle, guys, that everybody else coming at it from. Because it's easy to just do 1, A, B, and C. We know that already. But who's really affected here? Who's really being fucked up here? It's bigger than Wilder. It's bigger than Wilder because what he is echoing in the chambers of the boxing community is way bigger than Wilder because it echoed all around the world right now, and it's a level of deception, and it's just a level of fucking chaotic behavior that's going on with it that motherfucking whole cities is under siege behind goofy shit. And you with the goofy shit, and you trying to sprinkle it where kids who aren't privileged, who come up out of similar circumstances of poverty, have used their hands to make it out, and this is what you want to do with it. It's gonna make it so bad to where it's literally like, yo, you're gonna have to look at like, yo, I'm stamping this shit right now, man. And I'm gonna write it before I say it. No bullshit, I'm gonna write this shit before I say it. And it's crazy that this shit just came to my mind. And I hate to use the Fallen Brothers movie for my metaphors. But it's the truth. It's the absolute truth. That's what it is, man. PBC is the new Wakanda. That's what it is. Because now when you look at these promotional outfits, y'all, what could be their selling point over there? Obviously, it seems like that's their selling point. The so-called head guy over there, he doesn't say a fucking word. He doesn't say a word. So you gotta be okay with it because you got people that's going to smother that fucking flame, smolder that flame real quick. So I gotta look at it like, yo, if niggas is going over to the PBC, they going over there because they look at that shit like it's boxing's Wakanda, Slim. Like for real. When you go over to the PBC, I guarantee you they lay some shit out like this if you black. Like, yo, what's up, brother? You know what I'm saying? Let's go to Roscoe. You want to go to Roscoe's real quick? You want to get some chicken and waffles? All right, we can do that. Pop, 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 pop. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, man, you in Vegas. We already stationed out here, so on and so forth. You know, man, you don't want to sign. You don't want to sign with that. You don't want to sign with that with the KK over there with Bob Aaron. They've been taking money from everybody since forever. Woo, woo, woo. Don't worry about the belts that Teofimo getting. Don't worry about how Shakur Stevenson, Andre Ward, Tim Bradley. Don't worry about Jared Big Baby Anderson. Don't worry about Jay Prince. Don't worry about how any of those black dudes is living, man, because they cooning. They coons. They playing Django. They over there playing Django games. Come to the PBC. This the real Wakanda. This the real Wakanda where you don't have to fight, where we can fucking put up a goddamn promotional fucking banner. We can put you in front of the media, give you this fake ass fucking super fruit that you can go ahead and take behind the scenes when you sign this contract, and we can make you look more powerful than what you really are. You can kick your feet up, greasy lips smacking all day long and be as lazy as you want to be. That's what we selling. We selling you, hey, if you don't want to get to the back of the bus, join us. That's what they selling you. If you don't want to get to the back of the bus, join us. But are they really putting you in the front though? Are they really putting you in the driver's seat though? Facts. Facts. All of the above. Wakanda, they all of the above. All they doing is selling division, man. Sign your name on the contract, man. I got a super fruit for your non-fighting ass, man, and I'm gonna make your ass look greater than what you are. They just gave motherfucking Jamal Charlo super fruit. Look who he fighting. Juan Montiel. Who else did they just try to get? How many times did they give Deontay Wilder the super fruit? How many times they gave him the blessed herb out of Wakanda to try to make him look like some king, like some great fighter with this thunderous right hand and shit, just to let him know when he took that last bit of super fruit, his ass got his ass whooped. Now what? Now we trying to restore what Killmonger done burnt? Because I'm gonna play Killmonger. I'm gonna burn all your shit down. Now y'all trying to restore what Killmonger done burnt up, huh? Tyson Fury had to play the okie doke with you. Came through like Killmonger. Burnt up all your herbs, didn't he? Fucked your whole shit up. Oh. I'm trying to tell you. Look, it goes around, Miguel. It goes around. The PBC, aka Wakanda. You come there with all the cap. You don't have to fight nobody. Hey, man, look, you know, give you the super fruit. You know, you can fake. You can look as big and broad as you want. Look, bro, I'm going to tell you this. All you got to do is fuck with our personal trainer. Just look the part. Your wind ain't got to be up to par or anything. Just look the part 24/7 when you come out, and you know we're going to do the rest. We're going to do the rest. Fuck no, you don't like ugly. And I'm a firm believer, you know what I'm saying? I'm a firm believer in my father, man. And at the end of the day, like, look, man, everybody don't stand on the same religious principles, but I feel like they do. I'm a non-denominational Christian. That just means I believe in God. You can't sprinkle none of that division shit on it. My whole life has been about being non-denominational, not sprinkling division on any of my beliefs. No, not what you, it's not what you think. It's not what this person think. I've always fucking tried to finite things with science, and I've always tried to finite things with facts, bro. I ain't trying to finite it with no fucking garbage. We can just create these coups, these psyops, these government fucking conspiracies trickle down to the minuscule minds of the fucking Mr. Me Too fucking click over here and just had these dudes running around with this poisonous ideology that's only trickling down the kids the wrong way. Once again, these motherfuckers, and now you're gonna have kids growing up and shit like that. When they get their ass whooped, what they gonna feel like? Man, shit, that motherfucker ain't beat me. You know how when a nigga got in a fight on the other side of town, he got his ass whooped, and he came back on the other side of town before the information got back, and then he said, yeah, man, it was always, yo, I heard you got in a fight. When the information got out, it was always like, nah, he ain't even beat me, man. Like, for real, he only got a shot off. He always try to downplay the incident. Like, bro, and you was with him. So you just sitting there looking at this fool like, tell these motherfuckers you got, like, you don't want to bury him, but you just like, I really wish you would just tell these people that you got your whole fucking ass whooped, Slim. Just go back over there and fight them tomorrow, or fight them when you heal up. But just tell the people that you got your ass whooped. Because over there on 63rd, it's about 50 people that know you got your ass whooped. I got jumped. All right. I got jumped. It was a draw. Nah, it ain't even go down like that. Come on, man. Come on, man. Shoot, RLP to Chad, man. It's crazy, man. James Jameson, salute. Scotland, the Reaper Gang Scotland division is in the building. Yo, man, it tripped me out. This nigga whole ideology is like Slim, for real, Jeff. The nigga don't even got to say he shit. He ain't even had to say all of that, man. He could have won that jump set, man. I got jumped. Who you get jumped by, Deontay? I got jumped by. Chop that nigga in half. Say that nigga got jumped by 2 3-foot 3'3" niggas to equal 1 6'7" nigga. I got jumped by 2 niggas that was 3'3.5", nigga. It was one Tyson Fury. Jeez, man. Jeez, man. I just like, and I don't think people, like, when people talk about this shit, of course it's just news, right? So, of course, people going to go out there and report it, and they putting the right objective criticism on it. Shout out to Ring IQ. Great fucking job. Shout out to Ringside Story. Great job. You know, but I got to sprinkle something a little bit different on this shit, man. What about the niggas underneath, man? What about the people, man? Like, yo, it's bigger than this goofball, man, because he's a fleeting moment in our sport, man. And it just seems like that it has languished for an entirety. I can't explain it enough. This shit is feel like it is languished for an eternity. But at the end of the day, he's still just one small piece. Now the other niggas that come up behind him, man, boy, I hope them motherfuckers ain't like Wilder. Or I hope that we put enough of this shit out there where it deters people from Wilder. And if I didn't, don't worry. The marathon continues. The marathon continues. I broke my fucking computer. That's why I ain't been fucking editing shit. I'm fucked up in the game. Man, we got to, man. We got to. I'm just at the point to where it's like, man, I deal with it. I think where like my frustration comes from is like when I deal with everybody on this YouTube shit, I deal with y'all wholeheartedly, man. I deal with like, look, all like this is just me, man. So when I'm dealing with people and I get like, yo, and we start talking about shit, and then when people come back with their opinion, which is rightfully so, it's their opinion. You know what I mean? But when the shit sounds real, when it sounds of bigotry and it sounds real hateful and shit like that, it boggles my mind. I'm like, damn, why this motherfucker think like that? Then I fucking turn my fucking head and I look at the fucking news and then I'm like, I realize why. And I gotta own that shit on behalf of the Black Caucus. I have to. Because for real, look at it like this. Like, yo, regardless of whether it's not me doing this shit, I'm still a black man, bro. And I'm a black man with the right into with what I feel as though I think that I have pretty decent integrity. I think that I look at the world from a pretty balanced, you know what I'm saying, space. So when I hear another dude who comes out here and it's a bunch of fat, weird niggas who don't step outside spilling all this hateful rhetoric, yo, I have a problem with that because I'm here to tell y'all, man, please, reserve your fucking hate, reserve your hateful fucking comments, reserve your bigotry, because I promise you, we ain't all them. We ain't them. They don't speak for us. They don't speak for me. They don't speak for the me and you that only want to motherfucking live in harmony with the rest of y'all and want just boxing to motherfucking flourish the way boxing should. We ain't with this whole bullshit. We ain't trying to push it. We trying to eradicate it. And in no way, shape, or form would it be that, but you can bring it down. You can bring it down several notches, bro. This has been created. I've only been a part of this shit for 2 years. And I feel like the 2 years I've been a part of it, YouTube boxing. Never wanted to watch it before a couple years ago or nothing. Always watch my boxing straight up. No need, no help. From the 2 years of what I'm saying, this shit has gotten out of control, man. So I can imagine how long it was going on before I fucking got here and how much weird shit was going on prior to me. So I'm here to tell y'all, nah, we don't identify like that. And the ones that do, if them niggas was around me, I promise you I will fucking give them a tune-up. On my mama, wrench gang, I will get their ass a motherfucking tune-up. We moderate niggas in real person. We moderate niggas in real life. For real. Kenny Bayless is everything wrong with the sport of boxing because all he do is fucking blatantly try to give niggas a hand up. All he do is blatantly try to give fucking skillless niggas a hand up. Giving niggas points, trying to weigh down anything that's American. Kenny Bayless is going to be biased to that shit. If you stepping in here on American soil, you trying to fight, man, Kenny Bayless going to do everything to rob you. Some niggas, they a little bit more subtle in their approach and shit like that. Not him. He's just this fucking bug-eyed fucking Beetlejuice. Don't get me started on this motherfucker, man. I'm serious, bro. I'm serious, man. Spartan salute. What's goody, man? Reaper gang, man. Jump by privilege and a couple egg weights. I was outnumbered. Like, bro. That was some funny shit. Yo, shout out to Don't Ask Me for that one, bro. Yeah, man, the motherfuckers will get you. They some deceptive little motherfuckers. Like, yo, it's like, oh, this is what we trying to do. Are we trying to completely split everything around? So what? Instead of it the KKK, what is it going to be? Like the triple L? Or like, well, I don't know. Like, I don't know what these niggas going to do. Are they going to ride around with the black hoods on, with Deontay Wilder face on the fucking patch, riding a bunch of donkeys and shit like that? With some repeater pistols, with some repeater rifles and shit? I'm feeling like it's coming. Or better yet, they're going to be riding, holding their fucking cell phones, and their tablet, and they're going to aim them shits like they guns, because all they doing is a whole bunch of this. Yo, them niggas ain't never punched nothing. They ain't never done. Don't get me started, man. Don't get me started. Because I could go there with them. I could go there with them because all my niggas from home, if they heard me talking whatever shit they think they on, niggas will be like, that's facts. He really do that though. Well, he did that though. I'm just a peaceful, you know what I'm saying, God-fearing man at this point in my life, but shit, you know what I mean? I'm tired of these weird motherfuckers always coming in this shit, bro, and they preaching this division on the fucking sport, and then they think it's good for something. Nigga, no. Where's your mama? Where's your daddy? Facts, man. Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice Bayless. Beetlejuice Bayless, son. Fuck that nigga, Holmes. Get that nigga one of them NFL. Give him one of them NFL stripe jumps next time he referee. He kill it. He would kill it. Kill it. Hit him with the pinstripes, because that's Beetlejuice Bayless, man. He making me mad, man. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, what is this? They like this weird fucking, like, it's just this weird leftist approach that these niggas just like, yo, like, God, Ronald, these motherfuckers, man. These motherfuckers, man. If you do it again, one more point. Why help your man up, though? He like, here Wilder. Wilder falling back, here Kenny. Like, try to push the nigga up and shit. Beetlejuice Bayless, man. Yo, it's like what they do is such a disgusting practice. It's just something like, yo, I've done motherfucking exchange hands and motherfucking take money for exchanging goods and services for fucking, felonious reasons. And some I felt good, some I felt bad. Sometimes I would only feel bad because it was breaking the law or whatever. But in most circumstances, when you're doing something that damages another person, like your empathy sets in, you feel a certain type of way. Any person with a conscience would, you know what I mean? Like, I've had those feelings before. How can you sit up here and talk that shit y'all talk every day and want to take them donations, take that money out somebody's head, and then go back to your mama and them, or who raised you, or go back to the niggas who you really grew up with, and you talking this boxing shit? Because if you love it like that, the niggas that's around you, they probably loved it too. Because you normally share space with people that you got common likes and similar dislikes. So what I'm saying is this. How do you go back to your uncle, mama, auntie, and them, cousin, best friend, homie, friend across the block? How do you go talk to him? And like, yo, he asking how you get your money, but then if he listened to you for a whole hour, he heard you talking that goofy ass shit. How could you even feel okay with taking that type of money? My nigga, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. I'm sorry. All money ain't good money for me. That's the type of money, for real. That's Usher money. I'm going to keep it a buck. I don't care how I spend in your life, but to me, that's Usher money, my nigga. Straight up. That's us. That's some Usher hundreds we throwing at the strippers. We can't spend that shit because it came off the back of something that I just can't get down with, dog. For real. Like, yo, it tells you a lot about a person, how they take their money, man. And if you take your money from the people and the people feeding into you because they thinking you keeping it solid and you giving it to them like that, my dude, you a herd, you a crab, you're a rat. You can't function. I can't function amongst the dysfunctional. And I feel like I'm in this bitch like Charles Oakley down in the paint having to throw bows amongst the dysfunctional. This is 90s era type contact basketball. I can't function in the paint with these fake ass niggas, man. So that's why I gotta throw my bows and shit, make my motherfuckers plant my stake, let niggas know that in the paint down here, the only nigga catching rebounds is me. Yo, we can't, we gotta put something on this shit to slow it down. And here's my thing. The boxing world knows it goes on too. Why don't they fight it? I know why. Because they not the right fucking color. How stupid is that? You gotta be black. You gotta be black right now to talk about racial issues on the fucking camera when it deals with African American. If you don't, if you don't, no matter how right you are, no matter how factual it is, you're getting fired. Oh my God, if I told y'all about the shit they try to teach my kid at school, I ain't going there. I ain't going there. I'm staying where I'm staying. Why ain't y'all doing shit? Yo, it's the goofy go along, get along gang once again, and that shit trickles down to the YTBC too. I'm telling you, watch the niggas with sponsorships, watch the niggas that don't want to say shit based off of, hey, you know, I got a little following, I got my shit moving a certain way. I don't want to upset the apple cart. Any nigga that ain't willing to upset the apple cart is never gonna give you results. This shit is crazy, bro. This shit is crazy. Yo, that shit was fucking disgusting, bro. In every sense of the word, man. And niggas is just like, oh man, we got something else to diss this cornball motherfucker on. Yo, it's bigger than that. It's bigger than that. Yeah, we can call this, I can call this nigga all types of names, make all types of videos, and yeah, they could be baseless and funny. I could get a hell of a lot of views. I could have a lot more subscribers than a lot of niggas if I did what everybody what everybody loves me to do. But I'm not but I only make them shits when they got something solid and factual to go with it. My humor is sprinkled off the back of so much stupidity that I have to get some comedic value out of it. And you guys should too, because it should be like a freaking nail in the side of your skull, being hammered in the side of your skull, just having the, you know what I mean? That involves just fucking unnecessary goofball information, man. Because a lot of the shit that goes on with Deontay Wilder and the boxing world is goofball, and this goofball information and entertainment that would be fucking shown at midnight. Like they wouldn't show that shit during, you know what I'm saying, regular broadcasts, because that's how much a goofy that nigga is. He will be getting shown with a weird ass infomercials and shit, and the nasty girls they used to say, pick up the phone, and run your fucking bill up like $500. Ask me, I did it before when I was like 12. Fuck my mom's phone bill up too. I was on punishment for like 2 months. Race Bay Wilder shooting his career in the foot, captain for Dusty Race Hustles. And the crazy thing is, yo, like niggas think that it ain't just like, yo, when people talk racism, they think they immediately put this with it. You know what I'm saying? This side of my palm with it. But that ain't the case, bro. Now when motherfuckers is talking racism, you know which way I look? Right here. Right fucking here. Because I hear it here more than I hear it anywhere else. Stupid shit too. Now for the shit that's right, I ride. For the shit that's wrong, I gotta look right fucking, because there's so many stupid ass people in the world, my nigga, like for real, man. Like, yo, this whole world will fucking this whole world will fucking party to oblivion if you would let them, yo. Like, I'm serious. Yo, I know. Imagine being the dude sitting behind this motherfucker like, yo, any sensible question, you just gotta throw that shit out the way. And then you just gotta be like, so Wilder, I heard you just fucking rearrange some alphabet magnets on your freaking refrigerator today. What did it spell? Skitty. That's the type of shit you gotta say to this. You can't ask him nothing serious. Ask this nigga about race issues. We fought for full. When did we start fighting again, Shelly? It was 400 years, Deontay. But don't tack on the other 900. Don't tack on the other 5 that I've had you under contract, straight slashing that ass. What's your favorite color, Mr. Wilder? Skitty. Oh, fuck me, man. Oh, God. Like, this dude is like, it's so easy to kill him. But it's at the point now where it's just like, yo, I don't want none of my aims to be baseless. Like, he's giving me material. Don't worry, y'all, it's coming. I promise y'all it's coming. He's giving me a little bit of material. Unfortunately, my computer crashed. I got to get another computer. He's giving me a little bit of material. Give it about another week. It ain't even going to take long. It's just going to take about a week, I promise. because he's going to say something that really sends me over the edge, and I'm really going to have to do him real bad. I mean, I already got to do him real bad because I got a good amount of footage already that I compiled and already clipped and converted in like at least 20 minutes already. This fucking goofball motherfucker, man. Yo, how can, like, let's go there. Let's go there. Malik Scott comparing Deontay Wilder to Muhammad Ali. In what way? In what way? Muhammad Ali actually fought side by side with Martin Luther King, Jesse Jackson, Sam Cooke, and who was another famous celebrity that fought side by side with? Jim Brown. Real activists. You know the reason why the buses weren't moving? You know that thing? Real activists. Doing real activist shit. Like involved in activity that involves activists. Not creating a narrative. On February 2nd, when you fought him the first time, it was on December 1st. Now you're moving to February the 22nd, try to base your bullshit off Black History Month. In what way do you compare it to the great Muhammad Ali? One of the names on his resume eats up your entire existence. It makes you look like you didn't even jump off the porch. For you to disrespect the greatest of all time and constantly try to put your name next to these dudes, you should be kneecapped. Like, yeah, pow, pow, right in the knees. They ain't good for shit no way. You don't bend the motherfuckers. I might as well take them from you. You got the nerve to mention who? He couldn't have been talking about, he meant Layla Ali, right? Nah, I don't even think he that good. Who? Fuck out of here, man. Like, yo, if that nigga went over to Africa right now, they probably beat him up. They beat him up. They beat him up on behalf of Anthony Joshua. They beat him up on behalf of stupidity. They will beat him up on behalf of the shit that he's putting out in the media, making people don't even know the racist shit that you spill over here. It makes it a little bit more difficult over there. You know what I'm saying? So like, yo, like the Africans, they want to beat you up because they know you stupid. Like, for real, man, it don't matter what corner of the world you in. Dysfunction festers is dysfunction. And normal, sane people, they look at that shit and they do anything to get rid of it. I thought they did. I didn't think people embraced this shit. I didn't think people wanted to get their kicks out of shit like this. I can't get my kicks out of the goofball shit he doing because there's too much shit going on where motherfuckers are really acting out in certain ways to where, yo, you want to sprinkle this shit on the young boxers coming up like what? Then these young boxers and shit coming up, they gonna move all the wrong ways and do all the wrong shit. I'm telling you, bro, it's gonna be real weird going up in gyms now, man. Shit like this keep going on, give it 5 years. It's gonna be real fucking janky walking up in gym. Like, yo, I'm gonna try to roll to a gym or something like that. That bitch gonna be pro-Latino or pro-white or some shit like that. Niggas gonna be looking at me crazy when I'm walking through the door. And I'm like, why? Because of all this bullshit that niggas keep doing time and time again. You don't think about the gyms. You don't think about, you know what I'm like, Timmy Neal and salute, family. I'm telling you, y'all, it's deeper than motherfucking just hearsay, bro. That shit'll divide gyms, it'll divide coaches, it'll divide promotional outfits. We already got one. Shout out to Wakanda. For real, man. Shout out to Wakanda. This is what that shit is, man. When you sign your name, man, get ready for the herb, man. If any nigga go to PBC, you know he over there for the herb. And y'all know what the herb is. And if anybody just came in, just getting here, the PBC is the new Wakanda. They niggas don't got no talent. They don't fight nobody. The media makes these dudes look strong. So what they do, the media is the herb. The media, the team that surrounded them, they the special herb. And these goofball niggas fight Juan Montiels and shit. Chris Areolas going out there styling on you. Andy fucked up. He didn't take the herb. Obviously. I don't know what the fuck Andy took that night. He couldn't have took the herb. I don't know what the hell he took. What are you talking about, Archie Moore? Dude, like, yo, niggas be, that's how I know this nigga works. That's how I know this nigga would do his training at Planet Fitness, bro. He never was in real gyms, real sweat boxes with real hitters, man. This nigga in there twerking and shit, listening to fucking Trey songs and shit. While, like, yo, who listen to Trey songs while they working out in the gym? Unless that shit is say I. Nobody. Ain't nobody working out the Trey songs. What we in that bitch working out to? Just gotta make it. Just gotta make it. Come on, man. Nobody working out to no Jupiter Love and shit. Fuck is he on? That's how you know he's a real life fruitcake, man. Nigga probably in that joint twerking behind the scenes, got the yellow cutout pants that Prince wore and shit like that. Brought them shit straight off eBay auction and shit like that. All my life, Telly, I've been waiting to get a hold of these little red Corvette. Oh, fruity ass nigga, man. Mayweather's gym, he was getting them predicting Fury versus Wilder. He was jokingly calling black people racist for picking Fury. It's good to see not everyone taking it serious because over at the Mayweather gym, believe it or not, Mayweather, he's sound when he talks boxing. The niggas in the gym, they realistic when they talk boxing. That's the one. Yo. If don't know, you ain't gotta fuck with Mayweather, but yo, I'm telling you, the Mayweather channel give you some of the best boxing talk, bro, when they inside the Mayweather gym, because you got the regulars that's always in there, but you got so many different trainers and so many great, you know what I'm saying, striking coaches, et cetera, from all over the world, conditioning coaches, and they talking about current fights and what people doing and what they not doing, but they keep it at a very unbiased perspective, because it's like an opinionated perspective, realistic perspective, because they all fighters. So they never bashing nobody. They ain't talking crazy. They just talking about what the fight is. And once you show them the opposite of whatever the prediction was or whatever the outcome may be, yeah, they're going to tell you the truth, man. They're going to tell you the truth. And thank God them niggas are sound enough to make fun of that shit, because I know a lot of niggas like your Eshay Smith, shout out champ, you know what I'm saying, and a couple other dudes around there at the Mayweather camp. You ain't gonna never hear them niggas talking this shit that they talking, yo. Them niggas ain't part of that shit that they be having going on in fucking Wakanda, man. That's why the niggas probably be sitting back like, yo, this some super goofball shit. Half of them niggas don't even know when they fighting half the time. You need to cut the 3 actions and concentrate on what Fury going to do. That's a fact. And I'm really worried about that, Ronald, for real. Because, like, yo, no rubber match. Dude took a whole year off, motherfucking with a dildo in his butt and a fucking, and a goddamn pacifier in his mouth, not saying shit. Like, I really don't know. Like, what is it? And he come back with Malik Scott, this nigga with these fucking, like, this Hasidic fucking Jewishman fucking weird ass sideburns he got on his face, them dumb focals he got on his fucking eyes, them shits make him look extra dumb. Dumb focals. What's next up is the hate on AJ, who's black, but he ain't American, which is an oxymoron. It's 100% an oxymoron and a stupid contradiction. Absolutely fucking asinine in every sense of the fucking word. You can't even fucking sprinkle and make no sense of it, because that just shows you the legion of fucking, like yo, one person is moving like one person got their head shoved up another person's ass, and they walk around the room like a fucking caterpillar, just sniffing each other's ass because they don't think for each other's self. Like, for real. AJ is clearly black. AJ has more stronger, if you want to base it on where we come from, if you want to base it on the roots of the heritage, he actually can date his fucking roots back to the motherland right now, to where he can talk about his mother, father, brother, sister, uncle, all of that. Some of them still live there. When the fuck is Deontay Wilder ever stepped foot in Africa? But they took his ass over to that fucking devilish fucking Pope, though, who fucking sits in a fucking throne of a snake. They took him over there, who sits on a devil's mantle, playing God. They took his ass over there, but you ain't go down and touch the people though, huh? But your ass put a whole bunch of bullshit fucking polka dots on your face, pretending to be tribal while you standing there with that goofy ass fucking African fucking outfit on. They got you everywhere you go, screaming at the top of your lungs, bombs, bomb squad, jumping up and down out of your motherfucking fucking pants like a goddamn monkey. Who's the slave? I beg to differ, because when I see AJ moving, that nigga's with the people. Whether he in the UK, whether he in Ireland, whether that nigga's in Africa, that nigga moving with the people. Just like Ali did, just like Joe Louis did, just like all the great champions did. They moved amongst the people. You can't go outside and move amongst the people, because somebody might slide in that jump. And John Wilkes Booth that ass. And you ain't even special. So to put a name like Wilkes Booth on you, it ain't even deserving of it. You wouldn't even be assassinated because you're not great. They would just kill your motherfucking ass. To be assassinated, you have to be of great mention. They would just kill your motherfucking ass, you fucking goofball. Wayne Henny, salute. What it do, King? PBC is showing up from the last track. Who's your master? Hell yeah. Lashes, lashes, lashes. Welcome to the new Wakanda. I'm telling you, young black men, young white men, Latinos, whatever you are all around the world, just know, if you go over to the PBC, they're not going to respect you. They're not going to look at you like your old man. Get ready to take the fruit, and if you got the fucking talent, be ready to be frustrated that you wanted to go the Captain America route, because they're going to make you fucking take the fucking, they're going to make you take the herb. Only difference is that this new Wakanda, you don't have to earn it. Be somebody in social media, or just be a fucking, be a half a sculptured face and motherfucking a little bit of charismatic. Don't matter if it's on the back of retardation or not. They're gonna fuck with you, and they're gonna push you. They're gonna do you just like Errol. That's why Errol, for as great as a fighter Errol Spence could be, that's why he always gonna be a B- fighter to me. Because for as good as he could be, they move this motherfucker along safe. They move him along in a way to where they really trying to protect this dude, and they just trying to hold on the belts and harbor them shits for as long as they can, no matter if it's good or bad for his weight or not. Errol don't gotta prove himself. Nobody over at the PBC gotta prove themselves. All they gotta do is just take the fucking herb. God damn, this shit is fucking pathetic, man. It's fucking pathetic, man. Are going to come to the ring being carried and still say it was his leg. Oh my God, bro. This motherfucker better come in. He better come down that bitch in a goddamn Speedo with a Mike Tyson towel on for all I fucking care. I don't want to hear nothing about his leg. Next thing you know, it's going to be the ambient lighting. Next, I'm dyslexic. Like, he going to say something fucking retarded. It was a strobe light out there. I told y'all I was dyslexic. I had a stroke. Like, bro. Like, yo, John B. Poetic, like, man, I don't think he will, honestly, because they didn't respect him. Like, yo, when you go over there and you completely hide a champion off the fucking books, that, like, yo, there's a certain point when you, as a real fighter, you would look at the PBC organization and how they operate, and you're just going to be like, nah, I don't want no parts of that shit. And I would look at the way Canelo's moving around. Honestly, I would see what he could do independent, operating with Eddie right now on a fight-by-fight basis. See what Eddie do for him in ticket sales in probably 1 or 2 fights, and then get up out of there. That's a fact. That's a fact. But the problem is Jamel is around so many negative people, man, and all of that shit, and their conversations are negative, and their conversations are anti, you know what I'm saying? They're not conducive to the successes that boxing should have. They're conducive to tearing people down. They're conducive to tribalism. They're conducive to division and a false belief that anybody on any promotional outfit can work well together. And I know the frustration is there, but you got a twin brother that is fully engulfed in it, and you won't pull him up. If you won't pull him up as his twin brother, nobody else will. And that's another fucking problem. A closed mouth don't get freaking fed. And clearly a closed mouth will lead people to have you believing and thinking that whatever they're saying or putting out there is exactly how you feel. Ask Canelo. Because right now, you're probably seeing the most fucking enigmatic, and you're probably seeing the most charismatic Canelo right now, due to the fact that he's with Eddie Hearn. Because Canelo didn't start talking. Canelo didn't just stop speaking Spanish because he didn't want to. I'm pretty sure Eddie Hearn told him to start speaking the language because it's going to benefit. He's going to benefit more from it. When he was with Oscar, all Oscar wanted to do was talk and try to tell him he felt like this and felt like that. He learned quick. I'm going to do this shit myself and get it done the right way. You are absolutely right. That is an amazing fight. An amazing fight. And I think Brian Castano is going to win that fight. And that ain't no hate or slight against Jermell. I just have never been a fan of Derrick James as a trainer. I still feel like Jermell operates as a streamlined A and B point fighter. And I feel like, you know, when I watched him fight Banana Rosario, I felt like that was a fixed fight, and I saw him get touched up a lot. So that just showed me a fighter from fucking Tony Harrison, who was a boxer, who owned him in both fights, really, technically, until he got knocked out. I feel like if you're going to go in there with a Brian Castano, who is a very skilled boxer who likes to press you from up close in fucking range, he's going to fucking be on Jermell's ass, man. And it's going to be a long night for Jermell, unless Brian Castano is going in there with the intention to throw it, because I don't really think he can beat him. I don't think Jermell Charlo is a better boxer than Eris Landry Lara. I think Eris Landry Lara got good pop. Jermell got good pop. But Eris Landry Lara is a hell of a fucking boxer and smooth with the defense. I don't see that in Jermell. And I seen the way Brian Castano operated with fucking Lara and shit like that. And I just feel like, yo, if they didn't try to give it to him based off of the new Wakanda, then, man, imagine, you know what I'm saying, Brian Castano going to go out there and he's going to work him. The only difference between Eris Landry Lara and fucking Jermell is the fact that Eris Landry Lara can defend himself against a Brian Castano to where it doesn't look as defensively efficient. Jermell ain't going to be able to do that. Man, that's going to be a good fight. It should be a great fucking fight, man. A great fight, Brian. Hey, yo, while I'm watching this TNT and the Wakanda clip game on the screen, that's just the universe working, man. Manifesting shit and the universe is just doing its job, bro. I saw a video recently, Sean Porter saying he might go up to 154 next. You agree? Should. 154? He can't barely make it at 147. The only reason he's going up to 154 is because he possibly sees in Jermell what I see in Jermell, but he can't beat Brian Castano. Like, man, Sean Porter needs to sit his ass down. Sean Porter needs to understand that there is no money. Sean Porter thinks that he's a fighter that should get like a $4 million payday, a $5 million payday. He ain't never even been a fucking $3 million. He ain't never even been a $3 million fighter. He ain't never been a $2.5 million fighter, let alone this dude really is sitting around like, yo, like he's like nursing a fucking kid in the womb or some shit like that. Like waiting around like this grand opportunity is going to come his way. Like he's just waiting for this great baby shower to pop up and everybody just going to lend him gifts. That's like what his career reminds me of right now. A chick in labor waiting on an amazing fucking baby shower and shit and a nesting period to where after fucking the baby shower, they can start nesting and shit in the last 2 months and get ready to have the fucking room all sweet and shit. That's what he's trying to do with the ending of his fucking career, man. You just lost to Errol. You fought Sebastian Formella for $1 million fucking dollars and you went 12 rounds with him. Conor Ben didn't do nothing like that with Sebastian Formella. And this is the dude everybody believes in? And he thinks he deserves $4 million payday? You've been the most boring freaking come forward, thudding fucking big-headed ram horn, Dodge Ram bighorn style fighter I've ever seen in my life. And this dude has the nerve, the audacity to sit around on that crap-ass podcast he got with looking like he stole freaking Joe Budden's former freaking cast that he freaking fired and shit like that. He got his own Rory and Maul over that bitch, thinking that he deserves all this money. And this podcast, I think, is in some way blowing up his freaking overly grown head anyway, because his head already too big for his goddamn 5'6" body. Like, yo, and he just truly believes that he's just worth all of this value. I guess when you're around somebody who says, speak it, believe it, receive it, speak it, believe it, receive it, receive it, receive it, receive it. I guess when you're around somebody like that, you feel like you're worth more than what you fucking really are. Motherfucker, you ain't worth shit. You're not. If you get a 1.2 to $2 million payday, you should be willing to jump on that shit like a freaking prostitute that just got paid $50,000. I had to pause on y'all for a second there because I meant that shit. But I'm dead ass. Who is this guy, man? Who is this guy, man? Who the hell is this guy? This dude just think he's fucking deserving of the world. Are you fucking kidding me? Bro, what is your stock like for real? Nigga, you're Walmart. You're Walmart. Niggas is rolling back prices with your ass. 24/7. The PBC been treating your ass like the smiley face on every sale sign and every Walmart from here to Hicktown, USA. You ain't worth a fuck. And you ain't worth 2 fucks to give. Hello? The only people tuned into your fights is because so they can watch the other guy hopefully beat you. So they can say, hey, he could potentially be something. He made it through Sean Porter. So people like, yo, people use you for the okay guy. People use you for that's the scrappy guy. That's the guy we can put him in the ring with to make him look good. People want to talk about showcases. Sean Porter has been a career showcase who happened to become champion. And that shit is debatable. This dude has been a showcase his entire life with a nappy ass head the entirety of his fucking life, running around here wearing these ugly ass suits. You wonder why you can't make more than $1 million. You run around this joint with your daddy wearing that ugly ass chain, nigga. That shit looked like something out of fucking bubblegum machine, and it's worth something. That's the sad part. You paid for that ugly shit to match your ugly ass suits. And you think you running around here top billing and shit. Fuck out of here. Tired of this fucking goofball, man. This nigga's a goofball. Y'all can't tell me Sean Porter ain't a goofball at this point. What hasn't Sean Porter said in the past 2 months? It ain't been a fucking load of fucking baloney. My baloney has a first name. It's S-E-A-N Sean. These are facts. These are facts. This nigga, exactly. This motherfucker gonna be fighting in the Gravitron and shit. They gonna have this nigga fighting sideways and shit. Look at the spectacle this midget put on today. This dude's a fucking goofy, man. They're a fucking goofy, man. I'm sick of this dude, man. Look at the entirety of this dude's career. And all this dude has ever been, he's always been just an inch short of grabbing the fruit off of the tree. He's always just been an inch short of grabbing the fruit off of the tree. Mommy, can you help me get this orange? No, better yet, Daddy, can you help me get this orange? Fuck out of here, man. Fucking dude is a goofball, man. In what way though? In what way would 3 million be fair for Sean Porter? Because the dude has never made it in his life. So if anything, you would always give the bigger purse to the fighter, the more paid fighter. Sean Porter isn't a champion. Do y'all even realize when it comes to the WBC belt, you don't even make a fucking, like most champions don't even make $1 million until they become a champion. Then that belt dictates $1 million purse. These are facts. You can look that shit up. This dude don't have a belt. He don't have a pot to piss in. All he bringing is a gaggle of fucking Bible scriptures and bad suits to a fucking press conference. And niggas is talking about he the one selling the show. Now, when they offered your ass $2 million, you should have jumped on it. Because there is nowhere Sean Porter can go realistically, and niggas is going to be like, hey, I'm going to give anything. I'm going to give $2 million plus for a Sean Porter fight. They were willing to pay you that because you were fighting Bud. So if you're not going to fight Bud, you know what I'm saying? And I know, Miguel, you were being friendly by saying $3 million. You were being extremely friendly. I know you. That shit is a get me out the pocket still for this fucking goofball. Man, you're the king of the lollipop kill, the lollipop kill, the lollipop kill. Fuck out of here, man. I know, yeah, I agree. And that's basically what I was just saying before you typed that. I know where you coming from, but at the end of the day, man, this dude ain't even worth a fucking roll of toilet paper, man. For real, man. For real, man. This dude is a fucking gump, man. I'm so sick of this dude, man. I'm so sick of this fucking goofball, man. Like, for real, all it does is it's like when this motherfucker comes out and he start talking, all you hear is goddamn Kenny G and all you hear is Kenny G every time this motherfucker speak. He talking English and shit, and all you hear is like, get the fuck out of here, bro. Like, all you do, like, yo, can I have some fucking cheese with all of the wine this motherfucker produces? A glass of Pinot would be fucking wonderful. A nice glass of white would be amazing. With all that bullshit you huffing out your fucking gills and shit. All that goddamn money and still got the fucking front gate of a crackhead. This dude done made me blow a gasket, man, because I'm so sick of, like, yo, it's just like, anytime people want progress in the welterweight division, here comes this little midget of a fucking roadblock that you could literally just step over and shit. Here's Sean Porter. You want to see an undisputed match? Here's Sean Porter. Oh, you want to progress in the division and fight another champion? Here's Sean Porter. Like, fuck, man. Oh yeah, don't forget his daddy too. You get a 2-for-1 deal. I don't know who I seen more on fucking on Showtime epilogues. Him or you and your dad. You and your dad. Run them laps, little bitch. Click, 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 little bitch. Click, 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 click. That dude's giving me a fucking headache, y'all. I'm trying to tell you, like, there's one dude that grinds my gears. It is a motherfucking Sean Porter. It is a motherfucking Sean Porter. I'm gonna tell you straight up. That dude grinds my shit because it's like, we know who nice, man. We watch boxing, man. We know who get busy, man. He's not a nigga that gets busy, man. He's that fucking driver who just blew like a fucking 6-0 that just jumped in a sports car and shit and just drove fucking straight into a goddamn wall. Backs the bitch up and runs it into a wall again until he blows the fucking motor. I'm trying to find my way home. This dude, man. Like, yo, like listen to his fucking podcast, man. Tell me that shit ain't the League of the Legendary fucking Simps, man. Or the League of Extraordinary Simps. It ain't the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. It's just the League of Extraordinary Simps. Just a bunch of goofy ass niggas that ain't never got love from no female in their life, all huddled together and shit with bad outfits on. And then you got the white boy to try to speak some sensible shit, and then Sean Porter's like, oh, really? Really? Fuck is wrong with this dude, man? This nigga's annoying, man. He really thinks because he got to fight the people who he's fought, he has some fucking value. No, stupid. They only put you in there because they're the ones who are supposed to have the value. You're the devalue. Recycle, reuse. Recycle, reuse. You're like this plastic fucking bottle. You had to go through a process of reconstruction, breaking down, and reuse. And that's what they did, motherfucker. They recycle, reuse, recycle, reuse. Now here's you. Fucking moron. I love you too, baby, and your skin. God damn it, man. Like, for real, y'all, I'm not even trying to go in. Y'all know I ain't even going in right now. This is mild. This nigga's a whole simp, man. He's a whole simp. Like, for real. This nigga wears chocolate suits. First of all, you got to be a certain type of nigga if you're going to wear a brown suit. If you're going to wear a brown suit, that bitch better be cold and you better pull that motherfucker off to a T. This nigga is just comfortable putting them shits on. You know what? This looks good today. Let me grab this bright blue shirt, throw that underneath. Better yet, let me grab them clown shoes that I got from fucking Broadman and Bailey. Let me throw those on right on the way. Here we go. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. This motherfucker, man. Oh my God, man. That nigga, like every time he goes to the ring and shit, he like got the energy of a Manny Pacquiao, but the motherfucker don't got no results. Like that shit gotta be draining. Like you gotta be standing on like, yo, this gotta be Sean on the edge of a motherfucking cliff, like looking over and shit after every fight. Like, should I do it? And then his dad just come behind him and slap him in the back of the head. And he, ew, the fuck you doing? What you gonna jump for? And fuck up all my money? I mean, your money? You think you're gonna commit suicide and fuck up your money? Now go pick your little ass chain up off the ground. Go pick your little chain up and get your ass back in the gym. Man, here goes Sean. Nah, here goes Sean. Do you know that motherfucker probably do this shit everywhere he go? That motherfucker go into work. He walk in that bitch, he open the doors with his fucking head. He open the doors with his head as soon as he get to work. That motherfucker go to church like this. That motherfucker go to the refrigerator like this. That motherfucker goes and pisses like this. Like that motherfucker do everything. Nigga on the fucking shitter and shit. He on that bitch like this. Hey, for real? Fuck out of here, man. Everything that motherfucker do, you just make a compilation of this motherfucker just going like this and shit. Everything I done in life, if you ain't first, you're last. And somehow this motherfucker always ends up last. Fucking Simpy Bobby over here. Not Ricky Bobby, Simpy Bobby. Oh, Simpy Bobby looking ass boy. Oh, Simpy Bobby ass, man. Nigga's fucking annoying, man. Oh my God. Woo. Woo. Yeah, that motherfucker's annoying, man. He all proud and shit to that motherfucker walk in, stand on the stage at a fucking press conference and shit, with that goofy ass suit on. He just be looking around and shit, ain't got nothing to fucking say. You ain't got nothing to say? You came up here wearing that goofy shit? I guess Wakanda ain't teach your ass how to dress, huh? They ain't teach you how to dress, huh? They taught you how to get your ass whooped. What's up with you, man? I'm dogging this nigga. I ain't even realize how bad I'm dogging this nigga. Oh, this shit gonna be epic on the playback tomorrow. I can't wait to smoke and watch this. I can't wait to smoke and watch this shit. Whoo. Yeah, man. What did he come out with last time? That shit was bright fucking, that shit was brown with a fucking Starburst orange shirt and some shit like that. I'm like, man, look, man. This motherfucker shirt looked like it exploded, man. All that fucking color, man. The fuck happened to him, man? Like his shirt had a whole fucking, just a bomb went off underneath that nigga's suit and shit like that. Open that bitch up. Like a whole bomb went off under that nigga's suit. I mean, like, did it come like that? Yeah, it came like this. For real? For real? For real, for real? No, for real, for real, for real. Man, take your ass home. Stop playing with me. Sean, stop playing with me. Today is not the day. Who let you come out the house with that shit on? Oh, that's right. That's right. You live by yourself. God damn, man. That nigga, don't he look like a midget ass, don't he look like a midget ass deformed Afro samurai though? That nigga look like a deformed midget ass Afro samurai. Like, yo, imagine Sean Porter. Imagine that nigga coming over to your house, man. Ask that nigga, don't motherfucking ask that nigga to do shit. He gonna fuck everything up. If he go get you something to drink, You ask him to help you do some shit. He gonna knock over some shit with his forehead. While he's sitting there explaining to everybody why he worth more than the $2 million that fucking Top Rank offered him to fight to fight Terrence Crawford. Yo, this was weird to me, right? Because if it boils down to legacy fights, right? If legacy fights was something that we held so true and they were so dear to our heart, like legacy fights used to be, legacy fights were the one fight that you would naturally forego a certain amount of money to get yourself in the position because it's a legacy fight. It's going to propel you to the bigger paydays, the fight after that. Like, yo, that's your meal ticket. So why are you complaining about $2 million when you ain't never been making that shit the entirety of your career? And I could tell by the suits you wear. God damn. Like, yo, you know what beating the Terrence Crawford would mean for a fucking Wakanda nigga? Do you know what that means for a Wakanda nigga? I don't think people are really like putting this in perspective. What a fucking win for a Wakanda, a Terrence Crawford win for a Wakanda nigga would be like the second coming of Jesus Christ. It'd be like the first time you got to see the Great Wall of China, one of the 8 wonders of the world. It'd be like that type shit. But you complaining about money. Errol can do that. They back him a different way. He has a little bit, they back him a different way. You clearly beat Errol, and they said, fuck you. Like, because you want to know why they wouldn't let Sean win? Because of them goddamn suits. Because of his daddy. Because of how he shows up to press conferences. How he do it. It's all that shit. It's the lisp, the overbite, the underbite, the haircuts, the soft-ass Porterway podcast. It's all of that. Okay, I get it. Now you want to be a marketing genius late in your fucking career, and you fucking failed at it. Like, do you know, like, yo, everybody always tells me, yo, Two Hands, go watch the Boxing Bros, the Boxing Bros, the Boxing Bros. Do this one Wilder with the Boxing Bros. Boxing Bros this, Boxing Bros that. I don't hate on no nigga. I really don't watch other boxing channels because really, I like to watch not what people tell me to watch. I like to watch what I find organically because then I'm really a fan of it. Anything outside of that would make me fake. You know what I mean? Just like when I have homies who got other channels that they rock with. I just don't tune into that channel just because people tell me to or to subscribe to, because to me, that's fake. I'm not being genuine. I really didn't get there organically. So I've seen the Boxing Bro shit before. I've watched it like once, twice. Not really my thing. Great. They elaborate on their content. Great podcast. Take nothing away from the gentlemen. They probably all cool dudes. But when I tuned in that shit the other day, and it was about Terrence Crawford, when this motherfucker said the only person that would sell a pay-per-view between Terrence Crawford and Sean Porter, when that nigga said Sean Porter would be the only thing selling the pay-per-view, that's the Boxing Bros. So Sean Porter has all of this selling power. He would be the only one to move the needle on the pay-per-view, huh? Sean Porter. All right. Cool. I've seen enough. Great with their wildest shit. But whoever that dude was, the one black dude who said Sean Porter was this, act like Sean Porter this marketing genius who sell all of this shit. Whoa. Pause, let's pump our brakes. Now, you know what I'm saying? Still like the show or whatever, but it's just like, bro, I don't need to go to 8 million different boxing channels to hear boxing talk. All I need to listen to is about 3 of them. Because if I'm hearing niggas say something, because 9 times out of 10, I'm already thinking it. And if a nigga ain't, and if I didn't think about it, I go to another place to hear what angle I didn't think about. I don't need to do that at 10 different places. I don't want to be around 80 million communities because some niggas just like, yo, when I hear them talk boxing, opinions, yes. I'm just like, yo, that shit's got to be false, man. You got to know you can't run a panel and then say some shit like that and then think that shit hold water. Not this little big head bad suit wearing motherfucker who got the personality of a goddamn sour prune. Shitting me. Shitting me. These are facts. These are facts. He only got 2 million for the unification, and yo, because he brought the belt. That's the price for unification. They didn't pay anything based on that being Sean Porter. You feel me? Everybody knows this. Like, yo, come on now. Dog, like to sit up here and act like Sean Porter is this cell and he do this and this and this and this and this. Like, yo, my bro, like chill. Like, chill, Pa. You tripping right now. You really tripping. Javi, what it do, my guy? Like, yo, like that's what I'm saying. Like now Sean Porter's just drawing all this other stuff. And like, yo, it's like, man, like, are we being honest here? Like I said, that's no slight to him. But it's just like how people like Showbiz the adult. And I tell y'all, this is why I don't move around. You know what I mean? Showbiz might be a great dude outside of boxing. Looks like he's a great father. I admire everything that he's done with his show. Amazing atmosphere, all of that stuff. But the talking points, man, kill me now and strike me dead, Slim. Listen, man. When this nigga said Lomachenko, after beating, who was it? Was it the Linares fight? Was it the Linares fight? Was it? Either way, it was right after he unified. I'm pretty sure it was either Guillermo Rigondeaux or Linares. Either way, after those fights, this nigga Showbiz the adult, and I'm sure y'all heard me say it before, but y'all gonna hear it again. Because I ain't gonna let this shit die. Because I'm gonna remind you motherfuckers every time you go over there that this nigga said some dumb ass shit. This nigga said that fucking Vasily Lomachenko was a better boxer than Floyd Mayweather Jr. Don't worry, I got you, girl. I'm about to tell you right now. That's who said that bullshit, man. Snuff shit the addict, man. Snuff shit the addict said that shit, man. Y'all call him Showbiz the adult. I call him Snuff shit the addict. Because you got to be a goddamn crackhead or a cokehead if you sit up there and you say Floyd Mayweather Jr. is an inferior boxer than Vasily Lomachenko. 4-time lineal, 2-time welterweight lineal, 16 champions consecutive. "26 world champions in 50 fights. 4-time lineal. Beat 16 champions in a row. Mad Hall of Famers up on this belt. Then y'all wonder why I don't move around. Then the more you move around, you see these tribal weirdos. We already done touched that. We done crushed them on that. We don't even got to say no names. Look, you want to know the beauty about not saying names? Because half the time, motherfuckers know what you're talking about if they really doing it. If they really doing it, they know what you're talking about. That's what I'm saying, man. That's what I'm saying, man. That's what I'm saying, man. There's got to be a level of bad karma for some shit like that. That's blasphemy. That's blasphemy at its finest. To even like, you should, like, yo, I forgot what age of spin I did it on. It was the age of spin on Deontay Wilder. He in there. I got his ass. Looking goofy as all hell. You can't be a boxing fan and say this shit, man. Because you're not being honest, man. It's like people think I'm a Manny Pacquiao hater. People don't know I'm one of the biggest Manny Pacquiao fans in the world. And sometimes it hurt me to talk about Manny Pacquiao. Like it hurt me to talk about Manny Pacquiao back in the day when it came down to Floyd and him and they were supposed to do battle because I was just a firm believer that Floyd was just a much more skilled fighter. But it was like pulling teeth out of my fucking mouth to talk bad about Manny. Yeah. Because when Manny was running around banning him and all that shit like that, yeah, I was telling niggas, watch out. But to hear shit like this on a regular basis, and motherfuckers go back there and they ask the most honest questions in the world, and they looking for an honest response, and they looking for somebody to be truthful about boxing, well, you know they are full of shit. It is just impossible. These dudes are full of fucking shit. Like, I'm just like, oh, niggas got hate in their blood. Mm-hmm. Real rap. Niggas know what benefits they bottom line, man. I'm trying to tell y'all, man. Don't I know it? Don't I know it, bro? Don't I know it? Like it's almost critique. Critique is a form of bias. If you say anything about any fighter, an honest interpretation, oh, it is bias. Because those who are so close-minded, like, yo, you can have a conversation with a motherfucker about boxing right now, and I guarantee the motherfuckers won't listen to a thing that they don't like to hear. And then as soon as they hear the part they want to motherfucker, as soon as they hear the part they like, they tune in, but they completely miss the entire conversation because people are turned off immediately when they see titles. People are turned off immediately when you mention their fighter's name. Say Canelo, watch the numbers dip. But fuck him. And I like him. But fuck him. Because motherfuckers act like they won't talk about him. And it's not like I'm looking for a reason to talk about Canelo. I'm looking at all the things that are already there. So when I just say it's like, yo, you can't, like, yo, when Boone talking about, yo, any, like, in the minds of haters, you know what I mean? You talk about any of them you hating, like, these are facts because I'm perceived to be a hater all the time. But if you come back to Reaper Gang Radio, one thing I can tell you is you're going to hear me talking about Canelo one day. You're going to hear me talk about Floyd another day. You're going to hear me talk about Deontay. You hear me talk about everybody. I don't just talk about one. And I made videos critiquing everybody. So, God damn it, flawless victory. Facts. Facts. They didn't want the smoke. They can see, but a lot of niggas forget this shit, Proud Father. They forget. A lot of niggas seen that fast, ferocious young boy and they didn't want the smoke. They wanted to play keep away just like they try to keep the gold off of them in the Olympics. Same way they did Roy Jones. That's why I tell people you don't have to look at certain shit to see certain things. You already know when it's there. All you got to do is just be honest in interpretation. I'm always gonna sprinkle some motherfucking breadcrumbs. It's on other niggas, you know what I'm saying, to pick them bitches up and follow them to the candy shop. I think that's because boxing fans are more emotionally connected to their guy more than any other sport. Still no excuse to hate though, but I get it. Yeah, it is an emotional connection. Like, yo, when people like certain fighters, they're infallible. They feel like they can't lose, and even when they do lose, they still have a level of bias to where they just can't believe it. If they were emasculated, they're like, yo, I gotta see him do it again. Like there's no way that this guy blasted out my guy. Trust me, I know it. Like, I knew that Lennox Lewis, at the point where Mike Tyson had gotten back out of jail, I knew that Mike Tyson didn't have a chance at beating Lennox Lewis because he was too fast, too long, too strong. Boxing skill set through fucking Emmanuel Stewart was too nasty, too much activity. I knew he couldn't beat him, but I rocked with Mike through and through. Same thing with Evander Holyfield. But both of those dudes, and I'm telling you, they sent Mike to jail for that reason. So them dudes could move in and they could slide
Because if they would have fought Mike in his prime, when Kid Dynamite was still popping niggas' heads off, he would have beat them both. I don't care what nobody say. Mike would have beat them boys in his prime. It's a reason why the bitch ass nigga went from London to Canada, man. Shit, motherfucking right. And it wasn't even about the fact that Miguel Burchell lost. I was more upset that I lost $500. Fuck Burchell. That nigga a boxer. He'll get it back. I wasn't even upset about that. I was more upset that people was taking it on me like it was a personal assault against me, but the damn whole world picked freaking Miguel Burchell. Nobody was rooting for Oscar Valdez besides a slim couple of people. And those who did, I gave them their respects. But niggas was making me eat the loss like I ate it by myself. That's fucked up. I lost money. I had a problem with people who was badgering me the fact that I lost money. Because if any nigga loses that type of money, you know what I'm saying? $500 might be a little to some, a little bit to some, but it's a lot to many. So to lose that shit in one sitting, niggas is gonna look at you like, and niggas, and for a nigga to play with you or comment in a weird way, yo, you gonna rap, you gonna feel some type of way. I felt some type of way. Shit, Cat had me pissed off on Twitter. I ain't even gonna stunt. Talking that shit. Some of us picked Valdez, and you should never bet against Eddie Reynoso. Blah, 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 blah. Well, fuck him and Frank Sanchez then. Y'all act like Eddie Reynoso is like the boxing whisperer or some shit like that. That nigga's average, man. Canelo ain't doing nothing. Canelo ain't learning on his own, basically, in that motherfucker, man. That Eddie Reynoso ain't teaching that nigga nothing, man. Every time you see Eddie Reynoso and Canelo work, what do you see Reynoso doing? Or you see Canelo working the rope by himself. Head movement, head movement, head movement. That's all you see. You don't see no goddamn Eddie Reynoso. Great fucking fight. Great fight. Fighting the top 10 welterweight, a guy with a lot of power that could really hurt Virgil. But Virgil can take advantage of Mean Machine once again because Mean Machine has to bang. He doesn't have the greatest footwork. He's going to bang with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, so Virgil can take advantage of those spots, but Virgil got to be careful because he can get clipped. Blue nuts. What it do? He can get clipped. So yeah, man. It's like I really like that fight. That's a good fight. Now that begs the question. Once again, why is it that everybody talk all this shit about Mean Machine, but none of them new Wakanda niggas will get in the ring with him? But Virgil is taking the hard walk, the harder road travel. Mean Machine ain't no pushover. It's a reason why the new Ray Robinson was sitting back on the back foot the whole time, talking boxing as fucking safe as he could. The 12 rounds talking about, yeah, it's definitely my fight this time. I definitely won. Nigga, fuck you in that Josh Kelly fight and fuck you in that goddamn Mean Machine fight, you apprehensive prick. I don't care about these niggas, man. I don't care about these niggas, man. If I ain't feeling it, I'm gonna tell you. But no, that Virgil Ortiz versus Mean Machine fight, that's the one, man. That's the move, man. That's definitely the move. Great fucking fight. Great fight. I can't wait to see it. I can't wait to see it. Great fight. Like for real. That Mean Machine got cracked. He cracked Virgil ass. Virgil could do the stanky leg. So yeah, there is danger in that fight. But I would expect but honestly, I would expect Mean Machine to go out there. I mean, I would expect Virgil to go out there and look good, focus more on his boxing. I would like to see Virgil, you know what I'm saying, show his more of his boxing acumen a little bit more. Show people that you show how fluid you really are. Let me see a little bit more of your intangibles. Let me see you a little fleet of foot. I just want to see. I know he can beat him in any way, shape, or form. I just want to see if there's other elements of his game that he can operate in that I haven't seen, so I could be more, you know what I'm saying, into this kid. You know what I mean? Because I already love the kid. But I think, you know what I'm saying, but if the kid can do it all, man, you know what I'm saying? That's just more shit for me to talk about on Reaper Gang Radio. No, it was hilarious that post Oscar made about Canelo. He had something about Canelo's on his heels, and someone replied like, "This is The same heels as you, Oscar. I would have just threw up the picture. I'd have been like, nigga, I'd have been like, yeah, fishnetting heels, motherfucker. I'm like, it's so funny that you talk about heels. No, I didn't talk about JoJo Diaz versus Javier Fortuna yet. Like, I've already, like, I'm not a big fan of Javier Fortuna. I think JoJo washes him, honestly. Like like this dude couldn't get past Adrian Granados, knocked his ass through the ropes like freaking Joe Smith did Bernard Hopkins, and this motherfucker got straight stanky legs slept by Jason Sosa. And I would like to, and I've rate JoJo Diaz higher than I rate Jason Sosa and definitely Adrian Granados. So putting that in perspective, in the fight he just put on with a Tevin Farmer, who is solely a slick boxer who has to operate solely off the Philly and the counter, man, he gonna go out there and bury Fortuna, man. Bury Fortuna. Niggas acting like Fortuna was some fighter that Devin need to fight. Fortuna is ass, man. Yes, he has a little bit of movement. Yes, he has quicks with him or whatever. You know, he's not a bad boxer. I'm not saying that. He's a lackadaisical motherfucker who gets caught. His fucking chin is like the glass slipper on Cinderella that's missing. Shit is fucking crazy, man. Do you feel they'll make Ugas versus Ennis next? They should make Ugas versus Ennis. But the thing is, does Ennis want to take does fucking Ugas really want to take that fight? It's a lot of risk to assess with a Jerron Boots Ennis fight for Ugas when Ugas should be literally sitting back on the heels of a fucking WBA or a unified title fight with Errol. So I wouldn't even put myself in no position where I'm gonna fuck that up. I would consistently fight southpaws. I would just focus on sparring with southpaws, focus on the body work and shit like that, and staying ready for real. I wouldn't even put myself in a risky situation right now if I'm thinking as the business side of me. Because to be perfectly honest, Jordanius Ugas deserves that at this point in his career. The nigga's done fought all of the motherfucking tough guys that the fucking PBC want to fucking throw at everybody else they won't take. Gary Antoine Russell is a fucking dog. I talked about him on Sunday. Great fighter on a step up fight he did with fucking with fucking Adrian Broner couldn't do. He slept that guy. I mean, put him all the way to sleep. And from the first round, I believe, to the sixth, it was when he got knocked out. Correct me if I'm wrong. It went two rounds past what he usually stops people at in the fourth. I think that Gary Antoine Russell is better than Boots and he's better than Jordanius Ugas right now. Right now. And if he fought Boots, he would make that shit look how he made it look in the amateurs again right now. I believe they're like 3-1 in the amateurs. He will fuck Boots up. Too much power. He's hella fast. If dude gets behind the fucking jab, man, look. Yeah, Boots got that dog, but shit, he ain't got that dog like Antoine Russell. I'm telling you now, Antoine Russell's stronger. He's just as fast. For real, he's going to take it to you. And I mean, he already knows the kid inside and out. I think Gary Antoine puts the punishment on him. He puts the punishment on a lot of people at 147 for real. Like, man, fucking Gary Antoine, bro, he showed me that, like, outside of his ferocity that you usually seeing with pretty much most of the guys that he get in with, because he's a prospect coming up, you would just see him just dog people with ferocity, quicks, and just keep laying on volume pressure, and fucking heavy hooks. Now it's like when I watched him fight, what's the dude, Santiago, whatever his name is. When I watched him fight him, this motherfucker just worked methodically, but the shots, even the jabs, were hard. They were thudding. They were crisp. You know what I'm saying? And even then, you know what I'm saying? Even then, you could see he was calm, even in the midst of the storm, and wanting to get him out there. And it's just, man, his boxing ability, bruh. All I need to see, I want to see the next challenge. Because the next person, I want to see him get necessarily, I don't know why I say that. Like, I really don't care to see a person get touched on the chin, but I want to see how a motherfucker respond when he get touched, though. You know what I'm saying? Because it sounds bad when you say, I want to see a nigga get hit on the chin. You know what I'm saying? So he fucks them niggas up, man. I just think he better than them boys, man. He's a big one. He's a big 140. He's a big 140 that's really ready to go up to 147. That nigga's a dog. And like the crazy thing is, like, yo, having Gary Russell Jr. in his fucking corner, like for real, I was like impressed with the coaching. I was impressed with Gary Russell was telling them to do and like how they execute. It's like he listened 1000% to his brother, man. Like he's a dog at 140. I can't wait to see it. Like I can't like even when he jumps up, like I think that kid's got what it takes to possibly be a three-weight world champion for real. I really think he do. I think he's got the body size. I think he's got the boxing ability. I think he's got the strength. I think he's got, you know what I'm saying, the team behind him already got the head on his shoulders. Man, man. Ooh, him and Shango, that would be a hell of a fight. Him versus Shango, that'd be a fucking fight. I would love to see that shit. Like, yo, him versus Shango, whoo. What's going on with Jamal James though, man? Like like yo, why ain't Jamal James been scrapping? I understand he over in the new Wakanda and these motherfuckers do everything unorthodox and shit like that. He's one of them niggas you can't get a special herb. That's another one over at the PBC that refuses to take the special herb, man. Shango, man. He refuses to take that bullshit. He keeping that shit gutter. Lisa Bell, salute. I like it, man. I like it, man. I like a lot what's going on. But see, the crazy thing is, man, it's gonna have to be a resurgence of the young guys popping up and going through. Like, yo, look at these fights at 140, man. Like, imagine one of these guys getting a hold of one of them gonna have to get a hold of Josh Taylor. Who's it gonna be? For real. And how do they fare in a situation like that is the question. It's a storm. It's a storm, but I really think Gary Antoine could be a multi-division world champion, even with the crop of talent that we got right now. He keep working and shit like that. I really think that he will shake up a lot of motherfuckers for real. And I don't put a lot of people there, like, but I really think I see a multi-division world champion in him. I really do. I really do. But yeah, man, we almost at the 2 hour mark, man. That's all I got for you guys, man. What turned out to be a pretty much some real shit, turned into some real boxing shit, man. I appreciate everybody coming through as always. Reaper Gang Business. Shout out to the whole MBBC. Shout out my nigga Blue Nut. Shout out DT3. Andrew Tucker. Y'all go subscribe to the boys if y'all ain't subscribed. If you like their content, subscribe. I ain't just gonna tell the nigga to blindly just subscribe to people's shit. Like they shit and genuinely subscribe to their shit. Just don't subscribe to their shit just to be a part of some shit. If you genuinely fuck with the shit, fuck with the shit. And I expect people to do the same with my shit because I don't like half-ass niggas that fuck with, like, yo, they fuck with you. I don't like a nigga to fuck with me a quarter of the way. You know what I'm saying? Fuck with me the long way. Pause. You know what I'm saying? But real shit. But I appreciate all you guys once again. So Proud Father, Chin Smoke, DT3, PD, Lisa Bales, the Queen though, Blue Nuts, Dragon Leg, man, Carlos Rosado, shit, Ronald Finkley, Boxing God, man, Javi, shit, man, Measy. Who else? A lot of y'all up in here, man. Arlet, the Queen though, with that skin now, that skin glow, man, Dolo. Man, Miguel, everybody, man, Gaza Spartan, my guy. Yes, sir. Hey, everybody, salute, man. Big love for all y'all, man. As always, man. Hey, man, shit, we do it like no other, man, because ain't no gang like the motherfucking Reaper gang, man. As we always say, at the end of this shit, it costs you nothing to pay a nigga no mind. Respect, respect, respect. And as always, man, remember, man, y'all motherfuckers is stars too. Don't conform for nobody, man. And as always, think for yourself. Reaper gang shit. I'm gone.